Good morning. RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. Freddie Dea at the 2018 Border Olympics baseball tournament. It is a strike on the leadoff hitter for Rio Grande City by Coach Cortinas, Nick Cantu. So we're in the top of the first. Ball one. No outs. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter. Cantu for Rio Grande City. Game number 2. We have Eagle Pass. And Castillo just a bit high. 2 balls, 1 strike on the hitter. Cantu, the leadoff hitter. Talked to Coach Salibar, the head coach for the United Longhorns. Talked to him about what transpired last year and that run in the playoffs, losing to Southwest in the 3rd round, and looking to get back in the playoffs and make that deep run. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Cantu swings at an outside pitch. And Castillo strikes out the first batter he faces for out number 1. Now he faces Memo Chapa. Chapa sees the ball high. If you hear some wind, we're outside. We're not in a press box. We're in clean open area, so gets the inside corner for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter. Chapa, number 24 for the Rio Grande City. Trying to get their actual nickname or their mascot from their school. It's Castillo. Comes back dealing with a fastball, misses. Ball 2. So you can catch all the action at realsportslive.com, www.riosportslive.com. Ground ball to the third baseman. Chrisman comes in, fires across the diamond for out number 2. So 5-3 put out for out number 2. Now hitting is Eddie. Actually, the Eddie Garza is the pitcher for today. So Manny Garza, the lefty, is coming up to hit for Rio Grande City. Defensively, ball 1. Defensively for the United Longhorns, over at second is Alan Villarreal. Julio Taboyada is over in left field. Fernando Benavides is at short. Misses outside, ball 2. Omar Cervantes is DH. Christian Ibarra is over in right. Mark Alvarado is over at first. Inside, misses, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes on the hitter. 2 outs here in the top of the first. No score here. Manuel Chapa is behind the plate. Of course, coach lost his. Comes back with a strike. He loses Omar Cervantes, his catcher of a year ago. So Chapa is behind the plate. Over in center field is Mercado. Strike 2 is Castillo comes back. Runs the count full with 2 outs. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the hitter. Manny Garza. And swing and a miss. Strike 3 is Garza swings at a ball in the dirt for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the first with no score, 0-0. We'll be back with more after this. Listen to Freddie Dea, RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
Years ago, when we ran for re-election as county judge, it was the first time in the history of Maverick County that the county judge didn't have an opponent. Maverick County was embroiled in a big scandal having to do with federal funds. We were able to turn Maverick County around, and now other people want to run. We've reduced our debt from $70 million to $24 million in the last 4 years. We now operate with a $3.9 million client with all of our audits, and we're able to apply for funding again. We're here, and we're here to work for you and to fight for you. We'll continue to do that. We're not done. I humbly request your vote for your March primaries. Thank you.
We're back to live action, realsportslive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest, as day one of the 2018 Border Olympics baseball tournament. And Rio Grande City is on the field as we're in the bottom of the first. United is the home team, and United will lead off with Alan Villarreal, followed by Julio Taboyada and Fernando Benavides are the first three to lead off the Longhorns here in the bottom of the first. Freddie Rea. First pitch is a strike. Ball one, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here. Bottom of the first. Now they're bringing back some starters. Of course, their shortstop Benavides, Cervantes, Taboyada, Villarreal, Ibarra, Alvarado, Chrisman, all played a year ago. Chapa came in, rarely. Deep fly ball to right center field and in the gap. Center fielder gets under it for out number 1. I want to thank everybody that's logged on and tuned in. So, Julio Taboyada, the lefty, will step into batter's box. Inside, misses, ball 1. We'll be here at Kruger for one more game at 11:15. That's Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial versus Eagle Pass, and then we head over to Benavides at 3:45 for La Jolla, Palmview, and Leander, and then the Laredo United Split Squad will play Eagle Pass at 6 o'clock here Thursday. Those are our 4 games today. That was the 6 o'clock game. Yeah, at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yeah. So 2 balls and a strike on the hitter. 3-1, excuse me.
Burleson is replacing the split squad.
Burleson.
So that's what you're going to see.
And a little high. Draws a walk, trots over to first with a 1-out walk.
So wherever you see the split squad on your deal, substitute it with Burleson.
So we got a correction. Burleson will be the one playing Eagle Pass on the Laredo split squad. So the shortstop, Fernando Benavides, comes in and ball one. Steps in the batter's box. Benavides. A senior. He was a junior last year, a junior shortstop. So some experience up the middle for the United Longhorns. Misses low. Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike on the hitter. Takes the lead over at first is Oyada. And looks at ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. As the catcher goes out to talk to his pitcher. A little bit chilly here in Laredo, Texas. Just a little bit, not too much. Just a tad this morning. And comes back with a fastball to make it a 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the first. We get quite a few fans here for Laredo United this early morning, 9:21 in the morning. Hit and run is put on. Hits it over to second base. Almost legged it out. But moves over the runner with 2 outs now. Yada stands at second base with Omar Cervantes, senior district MVP of a year ago. So Omar, big lefty, 3 lefties to start off the game. Actually, 4 lefties to start off the game. Runner at second base, and there's a timeout on the field. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Want to thank our sponsors and our advertisers, TNT Rentals and Party Supplies. Tommy and Lorena Cantu, 830-352-6273, 1150 North Bibbs Street. Make sure you guys call them for jumping castles, tables, chairs, water slides, anything you need. They got it for you for your party supplies and rentals. TNT Rentals and Party Supplies. Lone Star Auto Garage, complete auto care in Eagle Pass, Texas. 891 Florence Street, Suite 2, 872-5724. So with 2 outs, Cervantes steps in and digs in the batter's box. Starts him off with a curveball, strike 1. So runner at second base with 2 outs. Villarreal led off with a fly ball into right center field. Drew a walk, Tabuada, and another curveball as he fouls that one off. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Cervantes. Runner at second. Got us on the mound for Rio Grande City. And a shot up the middle. He left the ball right up at the wheelhouse and will score Tawayada easy. Cervantes will take second on the throw home. So United leads 1-0 here. An RBI single for Cervantes. Now Christian Ibarra. And on deck is Mark Alvarado. Alvarado came in last year during the playoffs. He did have some at bats, and he saw the field. So we're in the bottom of the first, 2 outs, 1-0. United takes the lead on a RBI single. And fouls it off. I think I need to move my vehicle from where it is because it's not even mine. Ram Country Outer World. Strike one on Ibarra. Comes inside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter. Runner at second is Cervantes. 2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Garza gets set from the stretch. Misses outside, ball 2. As we look at the roster for nine seniors, and Ibarra is one of them. Misses low. 3-1 the count. 2 outs. Runner at second. Saying Ibarra is one of the seniors for Coach Salivar. The wind blowing here. It's an inside pitch, strike 2. The wind is blowing from left field to right field as we see Old Glory out in center field. Grounds it foul. Stays in the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. 1-0. United takes the lead on an RBI single to center from Cervantes. Brings in Tawayada. That's how they got the run in. United in District 29 6A alongside Alexander, LBJ, South San, Southwest, Eagle Pass. Another foul ball. Del Rio, United South. So a good way to kind of see your competition early on is coming to this Border Olympics baseball tournament. Over 50 teams here in this tournament. And misses low as Garza walks Ibarra, bringing up Alvarado. So runners at first and second with 2 outs. Alvarado over at first base, getting the the first bag duties. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners take their lead, and
How many pitches is he at? 26. That's no good.
Eddie Garza on the mound for Rio Grande City. And of course, with the tournament play, I know that the pitch count is very important, and there's certain rules that they gotta abide by as far as how many pitches they can pitch during tournament play. There's a certain amount that you can allot your pitchers to pitch. It is a 2-hour time limit or 7 innings, if I'm not mistaken. I think that those were the rules that I read on what Mr. Guzman sent us. So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Garza throws over to second, not in time. Cervantes gets back on the bag. Comes back with a fastball. Gets a strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, United has a 1-0 lead. And a grounder to third. Across the diamond to first for out number. Safe is the call as Alvarado, a bang play. And Rio Grande City looked like they were going to get out of the inning. And Alvarado beat out the infield single. So it loads up the bases for the number 7 hitter. Number 9, Manuel Chapa, the catcher. Chapa had some time behind the plate last year during the playoffs. So he has that experience coming back this year in 2018. He's a senior. Misses high. And a shot to the second baseman. Steps on the bag for out number 3. He's forced out at second, Alvarado, and they get away. They get out of the inning, only allowing the run. We go to the second. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Friday Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
EPER Recycling Center, 3323 Del Rio Boulevard, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. When you recycle today, you give the earth a chance for tomorrow. We buy all cans, aluminum, all wheels, copper, yellow brass, steel battery starters, and much more. Cash for scrap at EPER Recycling Center. Don't throw it away. Recycle it today at 3323 Del Rio Boulevard. For more information on how to turn your scrap into cash, call 758-0685 or find us on Facebook.
Fiesta Tires, Customs, and Wheels, located at 3166 Del Rio Boulevard in Eagle Pass, Texas. The best prices in town for wheels, tires, lift kits, and much more. Call them at 830-773-4010. That's Fiesta Tires, Customs, and Wheels. Also, a new location in Uvalde, Texas. Saritas Tortilla Factory, with 3 great locations to serve you in Maverick County. Come try our delicious barbacoa with the tortillas. Si son saritas, ni me las calientes. Also, you can get our tortillas in Laredo, Texas at your local supermarket. That's Saritas Tortilla Factory. As we're back live, and Castillo wheeling and dealing this morning, early in the morning, as he strikes out the hitter, Jason Perez, for the first out in the top of the second. Now hitting for Rio Grande City is Will Garcia. He starts him off with a strike. Castillo a sophomore, and he saw some time on JV and on varsity last year. For the most part, he saw more time on JV, getting into the groove of things as far as on the mound. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. He has a 3/4 delivery where he has a different angle of where the ball comes out of from the mound. 3-1 count, 1 out. Inside pitch and misses, and Garcia draws a walk. Now hitting is number 25, Baldo Perez. Rio Grande City has a runner at first, with 1 out here in the top of the second. Excuse me. We're live from Kruger Field, RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest, bringing you 4 games today and 6 games tomorrow. We'll be at Unitrade all day tomorrow, broadcasting from there. Strike, as they did not issue him a time on that one. Castillo delivered the ball. Grounds it over to third, and foul ball. So Castillo finds himself ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. So no balls, 2 strikes. Castillo deals, and a curveball that gets in for strike number 3, as he retires Perez with a strikeout. Now Jeremy Gorrema is the hitter for Rio Grande City. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning as Eagle Pass has already arrived here. Strike 1, 2 outs. Over at first is Saul Garcia. A ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop Benavides comes in, gets the ground ball, and over to first for out number.
Repair Shop is also available. Call us at 830-757-3102 or come by 522 North Pierce Street. Valdez Tire Record Service, proud supporter of Eagle Pass Athletics. Make sure you come by.
Four years ago, when we ran for re-election as county judge, it was the first time in the history of Maverick County that the county judge didn't have an opponent. Maverick County was embroiled in a big scandal having to do with federal funds. We were able to turn Maverick County around, and now other people want to run. We've reduced our debt from $70 million to $24 million in the last 4 years. We now operate with a $3.9 million surplus, and on top of that, we're compliant with all of our audits, and we're able to apply for funding again. We're here, and we're here to work for you and to fight for you. We'll continue to do that. We're not done. I humbly request your vote for your servidor, David R. Saucedo, during the March primaries. Thank you.
And a shot to right field. It falls in for a hit for number 1, Rene Mercado. Who leads off the inning, the bottom of the second for United, with a single to right field. Now number 24, Derek Chrisman, the third baseman for United. And a bunt. Falls foul, strike 1. Trying to stay warm here and this early morning, as we got Laredo Sports Extra coming in with his camera and getting some feed for his highlight reels. Make sure you guys go visit his website. Ball gets past the catcher, and Mercado makes the wide turn over at second. So 1-1 count. No outs here in the bottom of the second. bunts it foul. It's 9:45 in the morning. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the hitter, Chrisman, and misses inside. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Misses low, ball 3. Runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Chrisman with a 3-2 count, no outs. Shot that gets through into left field and it's a single. Moves the runner over. Now the leadoff hitter, Alan Villarreal, who flied out to right center field last time up. So runners at first and third for United with no outs here in the bottom of the second. Looking to score some more runs here. And a bunts it down nicely. Only plays over to first. Goes over the head of the first baseman. 1 run will score. All the way in from first base. Chrisman comes in and Villarreal has 2 RBIs. And we're going to call that an E1. So 2 more runs score here, making it 3-0 for Julio Ollada, the hitter for United, with the runner at third. Villarreal, the throwing error on the pitcher, sails over the first baseman. And first pitch swinging, hits it into left center. Tagging is Villarreal. There's a throw home and gets cut off by the first baseman as Taboyada gets the sacrifice fly and scores Villarreal from third. Now Fernando Benavides with the score 4-0 here in the bottom of the second. You're listening to Freddie Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. It's trying to clear up here in Laredo. It's gray skies. The trip down here, we had some mist and some low clouds and a little bit of drizzle. But we're expecting a beautiful day here in Laredo. Hoping that Mother Nature does not hamper the plans of every team that comes down. A lot of teams have traveled from far and near to be at this tournament. There's a waiting list for this tournament for the Border Olympics. number 2. Now Cervantes, the designated hitter, he's the DH for the pitcher, Adrian Castillo. He had an RBI single to center that put the Longhorns on the board. And again, Eddie starts him off with a curveball. Ball 1, 2 outs. Misses low. Trying to stay away from that sweet spot as he's trying to pitch around him. So Eddie got us on the mound for Rio Grande City. Two balls, no strikes on Cervantes, and a hit down first base, and first baseman gets over to first as the pitcher Gaddisa forgot to go cover. And out number 3, Cervantes retired in the bottom of the second. 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, no one left on base. So after 2 complete, Laredo United Longhorns 4, Rio Grande City 0. We'll be back with more after this. Listen for today at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
4 years ago, when we ran for re-election as county judge, it was the first time in the history of Maverick County that the county judge didn't have an opponent. Maverick County was embroiled in a big scandal having to do with federal funds. We were able to turn Maverick County around, and now other people want to run. We've reduced our debt from $70 million to $24 million in the last 4 years.
So we're back live, top of the third, as Rio Grande City comes to bat. Number 21, Mark Perez will lead off the inning for Rio Grande City. As Adrian Castillo still on the mound. For today, I'm bringing you live action today from Kruger Field as we are here for 2 games. We take a break and head over to Benavides. Another 2 games this afternoon. Then, of course, tomorrow will be live from all day. Inside missing. 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter. Foul ball is called, and Chapa. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Castillo comes inside. Ball 2 evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Top of the third. Misses outside, ball 3. 3-2 the count now, runs it full. Nestled in on Delmar, East Delmar and McPherson as far as here Kruger Field. 3-2 pitch and fouls it off. Perez stays alive. And did go around. Perez goes down swinging, and Castillo has his 5th strikeout. Jesus Cantu now the hitter, with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Starts him off with a ball outside. Ball is behind the plate and under it. Catcher for out number 2. Strike 1 as he starts off the next hitter. Mark Cantu, the top of the lineup. And the home plate umpire says it's just a bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 3rd, 4-0 the score. United capitalizing in that bottom of the 2nd, scoring 3 runs off of 1 error. Inside, and Cantu, who saw this is the 2nd time he sees Castillo, and it didn't fare that well the first time around, and struck out. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, evens the count. And misses low. Ball 3. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Castillo in the wind. And misses high as Castillo was already running off the mound thinking he had gotten Cantu. Memo Chapa, who grounded out to 3rd base his first time up, as Cantu trots over to 1st with a 2-out walk. Ground ball to the 2nd baseman, over to the shortstop for out number 3. So after 2.5, score still 4-0 United. We'll be back with more after this. the law offices of Orlando Rodriguez, an attorney serving Maverick, Montgomery County, and the greater Houston area. Call us first or learn more at www.rgz.law. 830-201-3092. With 15 years of experience, call us first for fair, someone with integrity, respect, sincere, and someone you can trust. The law offices of Orlando Rodriguez. And we're back live. Bottom of the third. Christian Ibarra, who drew a walk back in that first inning, is in the batter's box. Still pitching. Still pitching is number 37, Eddie Garza for Rio Grande City. So 1 ball, 1 strike in the dirt. Ball 2. Adrian Castillo for Laredo United is dealing himself a good game, not allowing a run here. And 3 innings that he's been on the hill. He follows that one right side and evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ibarra, Benavides, and Chapa due up for United here. There's an 11:15 game start for the second game. Not quite sure what time the game started this morning. 9:09, so 2 hours. It's 11:09, and so everybody's got to be on their toes. And Ibarra swings and misses on a 3-2 count for out number 1.
Heads up!
Mark Alvarado, who got a hit his first time up. Fouls that one off. So ball on the strike with 1 out. And a fastball, he rockets into center field, and the ball falls in front of the center fielder as Alvarado gets another hit. Now the catcher, Manuel Chapa, who reached on the fielder's choice his last time up, back in the first. Runner at first with 1 out. Almost past the catcher. Nice grab by the catcher as ball sailed high for ball one. Man, a fly ball to center field. Center fielder gets under that one as he tracks it down for out number one as Chapa flies out. Excuse me, for the second out of the inning. So 2 down here with the runner at first. René Mercado. We got a hit to right and scored back in the second. Starts him off with this curveball that falls in for a strike. There's 5 different ways you can watch Real Sports Live. You can go to our website, www.realsportslive.com. It's RIO Sports Live. You can go to our Facebook page and you can like it, share it, and follow us. RIO Sports Live. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Is not in time.
What was that? Is that a strike or a ball?
Ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And there's time called in the infield. So with 2 outs, 4-0 is the score. As I was saying, you can go to our Facebook page, Real Sports Live, RIO Sports Live. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, RIO Sports Live. And we want to send the congratulations to Laredo Alexander, the girls in United South, for continuing in the state playoffs for basketball. The girls' ball gets away from the catcher. Alvarado takes third. As they play tomorrow in San Antonio at the Northeast, I think it's the Blossom Athletic Center where they're going to be playing tomorrow. Also, if you got Roku TV and Apple TV, well, you can find us on there too. This is outside ball 3. This next pitch is brought to you by Tacos Express, the fastest tacos in town, 2432 East Main Street, 968-2032. 3-1 pitch, strike as it falls in. Runs the count full. Three-two is draws out to the shortstop. Shortstop over to first. Safe at first as he legs it out. And Mercado gets an infield single and scores the 5th run for United as he brings in Alvarado from third. So with 2 outs, they get another run. Goes on the first pitch over to second, and in time, as the catcher Garza throws him out for out number 3. So catcher to the second baseman over at second base for out number 3, and we complete 3 innings from Kruger Field. United 5, Rio Grande City 0. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Friday Day at RealSportsLive.com. Real Sports Live Southwest.
4 years ago, when we ran for re-election as county judge, it was the first time in the history of Maverick County that the county judge didn't have an opponent. Maverick County was embroiled in a big scandal having to do with federal funds. We were able to turn Maverick County around, and now other people want to run. We've reduced our debt from $70 million to $24 million in the last 4 years. We now operate with a $3.9 million surplus, and on top of that, we're compliant with all of our audits, and we're able to apply for funding again. We're here, and we're here to work for you and to fight for you. We'll continue to do that. We're not done. I humbly request your vote for your servidor, David R. Saucedo, during the March primaries. Thank you.
This next inning is brought to you by Farmers Insurance, Hilario Capetillo Agency, over at 2149 Del Rio Boulevard, Suite 202 in Eagle Pass, 776-5188. Knowledge and experience to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's for your home, your auto, renters, business insurance, and more. With 6 years of experience as a Farmers Insurance agent, Hilario Capetillo has home, auto, life, business, renters, recreation, and motorcycle insurance. Visit them at 2149 Del Rio Boulevard, Suite 202 in Eagle Pass, Texas, 776-5188. And we get set for Es Castillo on the mound still. Manny Garza, the catcher, who finished the inning off in the third, throwing out a runner at second. Got a 1-1 count. Also, Ram Country Auto World. Go to visit www.ramcountryautoworld.com. 1997 North Veterans Boulevard in Eagle Pass, Texas. Sponsors, advertisers of this weekend's broadcast. 2015 Nissan Murano with 31,000 miles. Clean SL. If you want to know more, call me at 830-968-2010 and I can tell you more about the 2015 Nissan Murano that I'm driving to Laredo, that I drove today. 5-0. We're in top of the fourth. Castillo on the mound, swing and a miss as he deals his six, seven. I think this is 7 with that one. Yeah, 2, 1, 2. Oh, no, yeah, you're right. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's his 6th strikeout in 3 1/3 innings of pitching. Jason Perez, who also a strikeout victim, his last time up, swing and a miss. Swings on an outside pitch, strike 2. That 3/4 delivery from Adrian Castillo, very deceptive to hitters as it falls off the table, and he has a little hitch on in his delivery. As Perez falls victim again, strike 3, as he swings through that one for out number 2. As Castillo deals his 7th strikeout of this game against Rio Grande City. Inside, ball 1. Very important to pitchers as you get later in the inning, later in the game. You want to make sure that you get the first strike in there to be able to go through your progression as far as what you're gonna throw. Fastball inside, fastball outside, or a changeup. curve, depending on what type of pitches you have. So 2 outs in the top of the fourth. 5-0 Castillo facing Garcia. Garcia reached on a walk his last time up. It comes way inside. Runs it 3-1. If Laredo's listening and tuning in, if you guys want to be a part of the advertising, call me at 830-968-2010. We're taking advertising for this tournament. Runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 as he catches that outside corner for out number 3. Yes. Adrian Castillo retires his side by himself. 3 strikeouts. As that last one got rung up. Garcia goes down looking for out number 3. As we finish 3.5. Go to the bottom of the fourth. Laredo United Longhorns 5. Rio Grande City 0. We have a new pitcher coming in. Number 24 is coming in to pitch for Rio Grande City. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Friday Day on RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
EPER Recycling Center, 3323 Del Rio Boulevard, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. When you recycle today, you give the earth a chance for tomorrow. We buy all cans, aluminum, all wheels, copper, yellow brass, steel battery starters, and much, much more. Cash for scrap at EPER Recycling Center. Don't throw it away. Recycle it today at 3323 Del Rio Boulevard. For more information on how to turn your scrap into cash, call 758-0685 or find us on Facebook.
Fiesta Tires, Customs, and Wheels, located at 3166 Del Rio Boulevard in Eagle Pass, Texas. The best prices in town for wheels, tires, lift kits, and much more. Call them at 830-773-4010. That's Fiesta Tires, Customs, and Wheels. Also, a new location in Uvalde, Texas. As we're back to live action, Memo Chapa is now the pitcher for Rio Grande City. For Garza, he threw 66 pitches and three innings on the mound. Derek Crispin will lead off the bottom of the fourth for Laredo United. Japa starts him off with a ball outside. And this batter is brought to you by Brown Chevy Buick GMC of Eagle Pass. Just call Sal at 513-6675. Just catches that outside corner. Strike one. One ball. One strike. United has a comfortable 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Ball falls foul. To remind myself to move my vehicle from there and park it far, far away. This broadcast is brought to you by Rodriguez Law PLLC. Rodriguez Law, 546 Madison Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. Also in the Woodlands, as Crispin looks at strike number 3 on the outside corner. As Chapa comes in and strikes out the first hitter he sees for out number 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. That's only the second strikeout for Rio Grande City pitching today. And we go to the top of the lineup. Ellen Villarreal reached on an error. Has a run scored, 2 RBIs, and he's 1 for 1. Excuse me, 0 for 2. Hard hit to to right field. Back goes the right fielder, and near the warning track, he squeezes it in for out number 2. Now Julio Oyada, strike 1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third for Laredo United. Up the middle, second baseman comes in and hits off the heel of his glove. I'm gonna check with the official scorekeeper if that's an E4. before I say anything, let's double check and make sure it's an E4. So 2 outs here, and that gets on an error by the second baseman. Now hitting is Fernando Benavides, a shortstop, in the dirt. I got to check with the official scorekeeper on site. You want to make sure you guys are on the same page, scoring the same game. I mean, it was a ball in the hole. I mean, he came around, but could have made the play. Yeah. Grounded to third. Third baseman crossed the diamond to first for out number 3 is Benavides grounds out. He's 0 for 3. That retires the United Longhorns here in the fourth. We go to the fifth. Still United 5, Rio Grande City 0. We'll be back with more after this. Saritas Tortilla Factory, with 3 great locations to serve you in Maverick County. Come try our delicious barbacoa with the tortillas. Si son Saritas, ni me las calientes. Also, you can get our tortillas in Laredo, Texas at your local supermarket. That's Saritas Tortilla Factory.
Valdez Tire Record Service. We're located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. 24/7 record service. We handle commercial and industrial tows. Emergency roadside service. Automotive repair shop is also available. Call us at 830-757-3102 or come by 522 North Pierce Street.
The law offices of Orlando Rodriguez, an attorney serving Maverick, Montgomery County, and the greater Houston area. Call us first or learn more at www.rgz.law. 830-201-3092. With 15 years of experience, call us first. Fair, someone with integrity, respect, sincere, and someone you can trust. The law offices of Orlando Rodriguez. You got some George Strait on the PA here. This half inning is brought to you by IdealLeaseToOwn.com. Ideal Lease to Own in Eagle Pass, Texas. 776-7285 with Mark Monson. And Brown Chevy Buick GMC of Eagle Pass. Just call Sal 513-6675. As Castillo still on the mound, dealing for United. Baldo Perez grounds to the shortstop over to first to Alvarado for out number 1. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th for Rio Grande City. Jeremy Gorina, who grounded out to shortstop his last time up. Benavides over at short doing some work. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter here in the 5th. It's 2 hours or 7 innings, and we're in the 5th, so the game moving along pretty quickly. Started at 9:09 in the morning. Bright and early, bushy-tailed this morning from Laredo, Texas. Kruger Field, UISD, United ISD. Grounder to Benavides. Actually, third baseman Crispin comes in, fires to first for out number 2. So Castillo on the mound looking pretty good here, as he's already at 65 pitches. And for United, most of the pieces are back from last year's playoff run, so they're favored in District 29 6A. Alongside Southwest and Coach Bench over there at Southwest. United South also has their pieces coming back. Of course, the Alexander still has Marcelo Perez. Yeah, I believe he's committed to TCU, if I'm not mistaken. Fouls that one off. Still 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We have a United South baseball coach out here, taking in some early games. Trying to see what he can scout. So we've been advised that anytime we see ball hit hard to the gap, under it, and it is bobbled, actually hit the heel of the glove, took his eye off. That was Taoyada with an error. As Perez gets on. And it looked like he took his eye off of it because of the center fielder coming across. I think he called him off, but he was trying to look at where he was out in the outfield and kind of took his eye off of it and hit the heel of the glove and came out of the... We have a pinch hitter. Garza is pinch hitting for Rio Grande City. He's actually pinch hitting for Jesus Cantu. So runner at second with 2 outs. Top of the 5th, 5-0 the score. United scoring 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. And grounds that foul left side. Yeah, the inner half is where he likes to work. And again, he comes back inside of Garza in strike 3 for out number 3. As we go to the bottom of the 5th with the score United 5, Rio Grande City 0. We'll be back with more after this. You guys are probably catching some of that music from the PA. Chick-fil-A Eagle Pass, 635 South Bibb Avenue, 757-1016. Chapa still on the mound. Memo Chapa for Rio Grande City. Game 2 for today will be Eagle Pass versus Corpus Christi Vets Memorial. And then we head out of here and head over to Benavides at 3:45. We'll be on back live for La Jolla Palmview versus Leander. And then United, actually it's not United, it's Burleson. It'll be Burleson versus Eagle Pass at 6 o'clock. So Cervantes will lead off as he got an RBI single back in the first. He grounded out to first, so he's 1 for 2. Don't forget, guys, that everyone that can't make it to Laredo will be live for 4 games today and then all day long tomorrow, bright and early at Unitrade. Starts off Cervantes with the ball high. So in the bottom of the fifth. Cervantes fouls that one off. And checks that one. Does not go. 2 balls, 1 strike. Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial, the Eagles. It's Eagles versus Eagles. Cervantes drops his bat inside the batter's box. As Chapa, the pitcher for Rio Grande City, comes high and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Bottom of the fifth. Man, a fastball that he drives into center field, and under it is the center fielder for out number 1. So in the fifth, with 1 out, 5-0 United leads. Christine Ibarra, who drew a walk back in the first and struck out in the third. He's 0 for 1. And a shot into the gap in right center field. He's on his horse. He's around second, digging to third. And in with a stand-up triple is Ibarra. With a 1-out triple, he stands at third for Mark Alvarado. We're going to be streaming our next game between Corpus Christi Veteran Memorial and Eagle Pass on www.riosportslive.com, on our Facebook page, Rio Sports Live, or also on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rio Sports Live, and on Roku TV and Apple TV. So 5 different ways you can watch our games. As Alvarado, he's 2 for 2 with a run scored, and a ball gets away from Chapa. I think that was high, right? High and away. Yikes and away. The ball gets past the catcher to the backstop, and a run scores on a wild pitch. Makes it 6-0 now, United. So Alvarado has a 2-0 count, 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth. Extends the lead to 6-0 on that wild pitch. Ibarra starts the inning, or his at bat. Shot the gap and ended up at third. Chapa runs the count, 3 balls, no strikes. And walks him as he trots over to first. Also, if you're from Laredo and you guys want us to broadcast the United South or Alexander games tomorrow night, playoffs, you can send me an email, realsportslivesw@gmail.com, or to our realsportslive@gmail.com also to be a part of that broadcast in San Antonio. So 1 out, 1 ball, no strikes. Alvarado over at first. So some crazy weather here in Laredo and South Texas. Gotten some cold days, some pretty days, and some hot days, and bipolar weather is what I call it. Strike. It comes down the pipe. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. 6-0 United lead. Fastball to third baseman, over to second, over to first, and just a bit high and off the bag as he pulls the first baseman off the bag. Almost a double play, an ending double play. So 2 outs as Chapa gets on at first. And Rene Mercado we want to thank Lone Star Auto Garage. Also 891 Florence Street in Suite 2 in Eagle Pass, Texas. 872-5724. Lone Star Auto Garage for complete auto care. TNT Rentals and Party Supplies. 830-352-6273. Chapa misses high, ball 1. Mercado fouls that one off. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind kind of comes in and out. Runner goes down to second in time and safe as he gets in under the tag. Looks like doesn't look like Chapa over there at second base. We do have a courtesy runner over there. Trying to see who that is. So runs the count, 3 balls, 1 strike.
Hey, you guys go ahead and head over here. Let's take a bucket and we'll do a little soft tossing.
And draws a walk. As Derek Crispin comes to bat and has a runner at first and second with 2 outs. 1 run already in here in the bottom of the 5th. So runners at first and second, and 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And Crispin sees a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. And just misses ball 3. So runners at first and second. Mercado drew a walk. Chapa over at first with a fielder's choice. He's at second. And misses outside and loads up the bases for the leadoff hitter, Alan Villarreal. So Villarreal, who flied out to center field, reached on an error and flied out to right field. So he's 0 for 3. Fouls that one off. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Misses inside, ball 1. So Memo Chapa loads up the bases. Swings and misses, gets it past the catcher, and brings in the 7th run. Moves the runners over, so 2 runs come in here in in the bottom of the 5th. Actually, that's number 12 hitting. He's a pinch hitter. Trying to see who that is. Check my roster real quick. That's the sophomore Orlando Cisneros hitting for Allen. Oh no, it's number 13. Never mind. Thought I saw 12. So runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third with 1 run coming in here in the, actually 2 runs coming in the 5th. Three-two pitch makes them pop up in the infield, and the third baseman over and under it for out number 3. 3 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. We go to the fifth with 5 complete. Laredo United 7, Rio Grande City 0. We're back with more after this.
4 years ago, when we ran for election as county judge, it was the first time in the history of Maverick County that the county judge didn't have an opponent. Maverick County was embroiled in a big scandal having to do with federal funds. We were able to turn Maverick County around, and now other people want to run. We've reduced our debt from $70 million to $24 million in the last 4 years. We now operate with a $3.9 million surplus, and on top of that, we're compliant with all of our audits, and we're able to apply for funding again. We're here, and we're here to work for you and to fight for you. We'll continue to do that. We're not done. I humbly request your vote for your servidor, David R. Saucedo, during the March primaries. Thank you.
Well, we move ahead to the top of the sixth with the Laredo United Longhorns having a 7-0 lead on the shoulders of Adrian Castillo as he's coming out for his 6th inning. As our second game of the day here at Kruger Field will be Eagle Pass Eagles versus the Corpus Christi Vets Memorial Eagles. Looks like this would be the last inning here. Grounder to the second baseman. Over to first for out number 1 as Mark Cantu is retired. We're going to be live for these 2 games, and we're moving on to the Benavides field and be live over there, and then tomorrow we'll be at Unitrade all day. So misses outside, ball 1. Fouls that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike. So once this game is done, we're going to actually get off the air and come back on with a different tagline on our game. So we're going to be broadcasting our second game. Misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Misses inside, and he works the inside as much as he can. It rides into 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Again, inside pitch misses as Memo Chapa draws a walk. Throws over to first, not in time. And a Texas leaguer over the first baseman gets into shallow right field and gets on. So 2 runners on with 1 out here in the bottom of the, in the top of the 6th. Man, time is called as it hit the bat. Everybody was thinking it had hit his helmet, but it ricocheted off the bat onto the helmet. So strike 1. So runners at first and second with 1 out. Castillo from the stretch. Runs it inside on Jason Pettis as he's 0 for 2 today. Runs the count, no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Outside, did not chase that one in the dirt. So runners at first and second with 1 out. Castillo inside, roller, slow roller. Crispin over to first for out number 2, Runners advance to second and third. Now Saul Garcia, who is 0 for 2, reached on a walk and struck out. And runs inside on Garcia and hits him as he goes over to first as that ball rode inside. Coach comes out and talks to Castillo. Kind of calm him down as he loads the bases up here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. So outside to Baldo Perez. Comes back inside and fouls that ball off. We had indication that once the 3 outs are done here in the top of the 6th, the game will be over. Misses outside. So 3-1 the count now. 3 balls, 1 strike on the hitter. Baldo Perez, who struck out back in the second, grounded out to the shortstop. And pops that one up high in the infield. Chrisman under it for out number 3. And that is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 is the score. And the game ball goes to the pitcher who didn't allow a run. Couple of hits. Struck out 8. Struck out 8 and allowed only 3 walks, 3 walks, 7 Ks, 3 walks, and 2 hits. 7-0 the final from Kruger Field. You're listening to Freddie there at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. Catch you on the flip side as the Eagle Pass Eagles will play against Corpus Christi Vet Memorial. Game number 2 today. Thank you very much, and keep talking sports.